It was my first campaign, and it was my introduction to Canada. And I think the introduction was one where people saw someone who cares about people and wants to fight for them and make their lives better. So I'm happy with that. And I'm proud of the campaign that we ran. The values, the promises, our commitments were ones that I think spoke to the problems that people were facing. People told us about healthcare concerns. We were pushing for pharmacare and better healthcare investments. They talked about their lack of access to a dentist. We had a dental care program. That the richest weren't paying their fair share, those at the very, very top, the ultra rich, and we had a plan to say, let's make them pay their fair share. So I think it inspired people. There was an excitement. People saw themselves reflected in the campaign, so we got one step of the way there. And the next step is we need to gain enough support so we can form government and then put those things into action. So I think it was an introduction. People got a sense of the type of leader that I am and what I believe in and how I want to fight for people. And we're going to continue to build on that base. I think there's a strong foundation that we started that we can build on to show people that they don't have to settle for less. They don't have to vote out of fear. And they can vote for what they really believe in. I think we just have to build on that foundation that we started. When it comes to the values that I have and that we've been pushing for, I don't see an alignment with the values that conservatives have pushed forward. We believe in investing in healthcare. They've historically believed in cutting it. We believe in expanding our steps to fight the climate crisis by having better targets and then accountability. They seem not to be interested in doing that. When it comes to what we can do to make life better for people, our approach is different. They believe in cutting taxes for the wealthiest. We believe that the people at the very top should be paying their fair share. So I don't see an alignment because their values are so different. But I'm focused on pushing the Liberal government to deliver for people. My goal is to push them to do better. And so the frame that I take is the Liberals need to work with somebody. They have 13 seats or 13 votes that they need in this minority government. So they need to get that support from somebody. I put it out there that I am willing to be that person that supports them, but not if the goal is just to keep them in power. If the goal is just to stay in power and not make differences for people, then it looks like the Liberals can go to the block. And that's what they've done. And if that's what they want to do, that's their choice. But I want to encourage the Liberals that if they want to do something like universal pharmacare, they need someone to support them on that, I'm here. If they want to bring in place a national dental care, something that's going to give Canadians, millions of Canadians who can't go see a dentist because they can't afford it, give them access, I'm also here for that. If they want to make sure that the richest pay their fair share, I'm here. So I put out a number of areas where I'm happy to work, more than happy, I want to work together to achieve it. If they want someone to work with them, if they need someone to work with them on these things, I'm here. And they've signaled broadly that they care about some of these topics, but they haven't committed to really concrete steps. And my job is to say, well, these are the concrete steps that we need, and you can come to us for support, and we'll be there. I think that like our strength in the campaign was that we are fighting for people, and the biggest lesson I learned is that there's still a lot of need out there. There's a lot of people that need us to do a lot more. And while we live in a beautiful place, it's an incredible country, there's so much more that unites us than divides us. And there's this real strong belief that people want to take care of their neighbors. And I want to build on that feeling of camaraderie, or that kind of take care of your neighbor solidarity, and build on that to say, well, why don't we do more and ask the richest to pay their fair share, and then to be able to fund the services that people need, and to make sure that we have a brighter future for young ones and for everyone in our country. And that's what I'm hoping.